Welcome to Everyday Cooking with Ann. I'm so excited to share with you my lemon cupcakes. We're doing a thread of citrus in cupcakes, and we've already done grapefruit cupcakes, we've already done lime with lime curd cupcakes, we've already done orange cream cupcakes, and the last one we're doing here is the lemon. And it's kind of an unusual, every recipe is a little bit different. It's not like the same recipe, just changing out with different flavorings. So I have my Ninja now instead of my mixer, because what we're going to do is we're going to make put a 1/4 cup of almonds. These are sliced almonds. And we're also going to just put all the flour mixture. So we're going to make kind of an almond flour, regular flour and almond mixture, and put it in the food processor until it's completely ground up. I put like a 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/4 teaspoon salt. Not very much. The reason we're using baking powder and baking soda is that we're going to be adding buttermilk to the mixture as well, so we need to have that baking soda to react with that. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in my Ninja. Let me move it out here a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to add my almonds. Okay, this is creating some almond flour. It's nicely ground. I'm just checking it right now. It's all mixed in, that ground almond. Okay. Okay, the next thing we're doing is just using a nice bowl, and we're going to just be whisking this by hand. So we're going to put 1 cup of sugar, and we're going to be putting 2 eggs in here. These are at room temperature as well. And I'm just going to whisk this together by hand without using my mixer. Okay, I'm going to be also adding a 1/2 cup of this is just vegetable oil to the batter. Now I'm going to get this ready too in the same cup, but we're not going to add this till a little bit later when we add the flour. But just get that mixed up a little bit. I'm going to be doing a 1/2 cup of buttermilk as well. But I'm going to add that with the flour in just a minute. I'm going to be adding, where are my teaspoons here? 2 teaspoons of freshly zested lemon zest. Just going to give it a lot of yummy flavor. And also, this is my trusty lemon juice I keep in my refrigerator all the time. And let me just check my recipe one more time to see how much I'm doing with that. It is a tablespoon of the lemon zest and a 1/4 cup of the lemon juice. So I'm going to go ahead and put the lemon juice in. This is going to be very lemony, can I say? Okay, just like I have done with the other recipes, I'm going to add my a little bit of my almond flour first. And at this point, you always just want to barely incorporate things. You don't want to overbeat this. I notice there's a few little pieces of almond in here, which is going to make it really good. Going to add a little bit of this just until it's incorporated. You don't want to be beating this batter. This is going to make it so it's like a really good muffin crumb. When you just very carefully add your batter together, it's going to be more like a muffin, a really nice crumb muffin. I'm going to add the rest of this. Okay, we're going to just take this over by my cupcakes and add them into my cupcake tins. We're going to go in for 16 to 18 minutes. We'll see how those turn out. I'm going to check. I always check each of my cupcakes before they come out. with my little skewer, and we'll try that again. And you want to make sure you're baking these at 350 degrees. That's the pretty much most normal baking temperature. So we're putting them in here, and we'll check back in about 16 to 18 minutes. Here's our lemon cupcakes, and I took a little snitch with it on the edge, and they really turned out great, and they're really moist. Now my other cupcakes are really, really good too, but I think these are a little better because I used oil in the recipe, so I'm going to take a note of that. Next time I make these other ones as well, add a little bit of oil to it, because I think that just adds that extra moistness and crumb to it, which makes a moister cupcake. So I'm excited about finishing up these lemon and almond cupcakes. Okay, for this lemon frosting, we are going to do a cream cheese frosting once again, and I put already a cube of butter and 8 ounces of cream cheese in my Breville mixer, and those have already been softened. So I've also made ahead of time, and if you watch my other video on my orange cream cupcake frosting recipe, I made a reduction. That means I put 3/4 of a cup of lemon juice, fresh lemon juice, and I put it on high and then reduced it to low for about 8 minutes, and this is what it reduced to. So it's a very concentrated taste of lemon, and I'm going to go ahead and put that in my bowl here. So that's going to create a really great kind of lemon taste, and the cream cheese is going to add creaminess to it. So it's a little bit different than like a lemon pie or something. It's going to be still very tart, but it's going to have that flavor with that extra reduction that we're putting in here. And I'm waiting here to decide after I taste it whether I want to put any lemon extract. So I'm figuring that out as I go along a little bit here. I also have a little bit of lemon coloring, food coloring. This is yellow, by the way, food coloring. And I'm going to add a little bit of that too, just to give it all a cute color. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on high right now. I've been running this for about 2 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and add 2 cups of powdered sugar. And I'm going to go ahead and put this down. I may add about a 1/2 cup more of that. But I'm also going to add a little bit of lemon juice as well, just to give it a smooth texture as well. Along with the reduction, it's going to be very lemony. Let's test it in a little bit. Making frostings is that you can change the rules of any recipe you want, and it really actually works out pretty well. So I've looked at this. It looks a little bit too soft for me. I mostly always make frostings out of colder butter and colder cream cheese so that it keeps it stiff. And I may have to put this in the refrigerator. But I'm going to go ahead and just test the flavor on this real quickly. I'm going to add just about another 1/2 cup, 3/4 of a cup of powdered sugar. And I'm going to add, oh gosh, that is really good. The reduction really makes it actually. I'm going to add a couple of drops of this and see if I want to add more. The only other thing I'm going to add is a little bit, about a teaspoon of lemon zest. It's got some little flecks of zest in here. And oh gosh, the flavor is, and you know what's great about the flavor is if I had put lemon extract, it has that yucky artificial flavor that you taste in a lot of like baked goods. And here you're making your own extra intense flavoring by doing a reduction. So you don't have to use the fake stuff, you use the real thing to do it. I'm telling you, it just really makes a big difference. So this is what we're going to do now. I'm going to show you this little tool that I have. I've used this most of the time. I use this a lot with my catering when I'm doing tarts and things. I put whipped cream in here and I decorate the top of my tarts or different things like that with it. That's what I mostly do. But for this, we are using it for frosting on the top of our cupcakes. And all you do is, you just take this little thing off. This is the little thing that you're going to put back on. But I'm going to take this and fill the inside of this. This is actually much easier than using maybe a bag. Not quite as messy, although it's always a little bit messy. Put this little pusher thing right here into the little unit here. And you're going to screw this on here like this, and you're going to use this little handle to hang on to, and then you can just start decorating. You're going to push this around if you want to do a little thing like this, or you could just do a big something in the middle like that. Or you could go around the edge like this with a nice big one in the center. Just whatever you want to do. And this is a lot of fun because it makes professional looking cupcakes at home. This is the last in a series of citrus cupcakes, my lemon cream cupcakes. They turned out amazing. The frostings are really over the top. I do believe, if I may say so myself. Beautiful lemon platter, I've got them on here as well. If you liked this video and learned something new, which I did too, would you please go to my channel and subscribe if you haven't already. If you'd like to share this with any of your friends, that would be a welcome addition to my subscribership as well. And I hope you'll try this recipe and let me know how well you do. And thanks for watching.